This video is brought to you by...
Hey, God, come support, man. Come on now.
Hey, man, big love in the city, man. Stop the trap on the
I'm
boys,
gonna
man.
support my brother, man, my black brother. The price is right. Treat yourself, don't beat yourself.
Exactly.
Beat your feet down the street and get one of these cool green headbands. Do you understand what I'm saying, my man? Deuces, holla back, cool green dude.
Exactly. Man, let them know, man, what you love about that cool green.
If you're not cooling and getting the green, then you gotta get out the way. You know what it is.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. I couldn't have said it no better.
ANC Pack and Ship offers domestic and international shipping with the most competitive pricing in the DMV area. ANC ships small packages to freight, and for their Africa and Caribbean community, ANC offers air and ocean barrel shipping. ANC also provides notary, copies, faxing, and scanning services. ANC is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs of the residents and businesses of Baltimore. Visit their website today at www.acpackandship.com and follow their listed socials to get the latest ANC Pack and Ship updates. The next time you're in Baltimore and need to get your packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs met, visit ANC Pack and Ship today and tell them Tony 2 Times TV sent you. ANC Pack and Ship, restoring service equity by providing access to business resources in communities.
What is going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to smash that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end and hear the full story. Let's get right into it. Baltimore's youth, in my opinion, has it harder than a lot of other cities I have been in. It's not what goes on inside the home, as you might have good parents, but once you walk outside that door, it's exposure to every and anything you could think of. Some people feel like even as a hopper, you should know right from wrong, and I can agree. But going to prison as a juvenile myself, I definitely have a spot for juvenile offenders, especially in our city, with lead paint poison, mental illness, even young addiction. But some crimes, no matter the age, just seems worse than others, leaving juveniles in grown men situations. And once you take a life, it's really no coming back. And today on the Baltimore Way, we will be discussing the case of, at the time, 16-year-old Alan Pinckney and 14-year-old Alonzo Gorham Ramos, and the murder of 51-year-old Kimberly Leto. The two teens had been allegedly hitting licks in the Highlandtown area, breaking in homes. And on January 31st, 2014, BPD responded to a call around 7:45 a.m. when Miss Kimberly was found unresponsive by her boyfriend, who came downstairs after hearing the man's voice. The man called 911 and performed CPR until help arrived, but unfortunately, Kimberly would not survive. As BPD started investigating, they figured out the victim was killed after waking up on her couch during an attempted robbery, and the body was found on the living room floor in a pool of blood next to a large knife. At the time, an earlier case was discovered that Alonzo allegedly tried to break in Kimberly's home once before, but she was alert and able to chase him away. The two teens who had BPD on them for other burglaries were both taken into custody and questioned. After BPD showed Alonzo the evidence, which was a bloody shoe print at the scene, DNA with the victim's blood on his pants, and surveillance from a grocery store showing both teens at a cornstarch machine cashing in the stolen coins from the burglary. Once presented with this information, Alonzo confessed that he broke into the victim's home before and this time. Catching the teen off guard by waking up, he panicked and allegedly stabbed her 11 times, stating they got in the home by putting a chair by the kitchen window. Both teens were arrested and charged with murder, burglary, and other charges. The community was hurt and confused how two teens so young could be responsible for a crime like this. Kimberly, who had worked as a bartender at O'Donnell's Pub in Canton, was said to be outgoing and loved by all. Alan and Alonzo were charged as adults. Allen had just turned 16, so he was old enough to go to an adult facility and couldn't be in the juvenile facility anymore until trial. Once the two young men stood in front of a judge, Allen had to be evaluated for mental health because he was on medication and at the time of the crime wasn't taking it. So prosecutors were saying if he was fit to stand trial. When the big trial started, there were questions about Alonzo's maturity since he was only 14 during the incident. And a low sentence will help him get his life on track and still come home and be successful. Allen said he treated Alonzo like a little brother and didn't know the crime would happen. But due to the nature and impact statements from Kimberly's family, and all requests were denied. And Alonzo, then 17, and Allen, then 19, were both found guilty of the hit. Both young men received life, all suspended for 45 years. Kimberly's family felt as though they had closure. Both teams put in appeals for youth programs, such as Productionz, which has a program for youthful offenders with serious time to reduce their sentences. In 2021, a judge received a motion for appeals for both young men, but no decision has been made as of yet. Rest in peace, Miss Kimberly. I send my prayers and condolences to the family. More of this story, I definitely agree. It's wrong to take a life. Does age play a part? And if someone knows the severity of what they are doing, I definitely think so. But for the youth out there, it's a line that if you cross it and get charged as an adult, it's over. 3 lives gone for some electronics and a few dollars. Second chances is rare in a system that's already waiting for us to fail. So watch what you do. If you want to keep your freedom. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, it's a crazy story, you feel me? First and foremost, I gotta send my prayers and condolences to the family as always, of Miss Kimberly. Now, as far as Alonzo, Shorty was 14 years old when this took place. You know, he confessed. I'm not sure if his parents was there with him. You know, Allen, they said he was on medication and they was questioning, like, far as his mental. Like, was he able to understand how serious the crime was and how serious it was what they did? But I know they got appeals, and up to this day, they still fighting, trying to get, you know, their time reduced and stuff like that. And a lot of times, you know, I had friends of mine and people I knew that went to Productionz, and if you do the right thing in some of them programs, you can come home early. But in a lot of situations, man, dudes get in there, you feel me, and it's still prison at the end of the day. So they get in trouble, they get in fights, and a lot of times they end up still doing the same amount of time. And Productionz, the kind of program, the only way they gonna let you out if they feel like you ready to get out. They got people to evaluate you, evaluate your mental. So yeah, man, it's a messed up situation all around the board. 3 lives gone. Shorty and them was real young. They was super young when this happened, you feel me? But they was trying to say, because of the severity, you know, she got chopped up 11 times. You know, they said she woke up fighting, you feel me? I don't want to get into all the details, but long story short, she caught Shorty and them off guard. They got scared and felt as though that's what they had to do, man. But it be messed up like that for a couple dollars. You know, I don't know what their home situation was like, but for a couple dollars, a few electronics, you know, they got them on camera cashing in the coins or whatever, allegedly. But it be like that, man. It's real messed up. That's why I be telling y'all, all the hoppers out there, just think about it. It sound good at the time, but you gotta think long term. You ain't trying to sit in the cell for all them years, man. But yeah, this is another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Love y'all, fam. I'm out.